Real estate talk time with Lane Lyons. So I'm going to set up this morning's segment, Lane, with some facts. So for starters, a growing number of homeowners are becoming accidental landlords. This is a term that's used to describe people who weren't planning to rent out their home, but they weren't able to sell it, so here we go. It's kind of interesting to know that Denver leads the market, or leads the country, when it comes to accidental landlords. So Lane is a realtor and managing broker at Coldwell Banker. Why are we seeing so many accidental landlords?
Well, it is a sign of the times. You know, these are homeowners who had every intention of selling their home and went on the market and for whatever reason found themselves on the market longer than they thought they would be, or maybe had expectations of what homes were selling for, say, a few years ago, or they're just getting offers that they don't really like, so they decide to come off the market and become landlords and rent the property out. Well, actually, Zillow is tracking the number of rentals it has on its website that were previously listed for sale.
Okay.
Brought some stats for you to show you. And across the country, that number is about 2.3%. Now, that doesn't sound like a lot, but it's actually a 3-year high. And take a look at Denver. We're at 3.9%. Again, these are rental listings that were previously listed for sale. And in fact, on the next slide, I can show you where we stack up in other parts of the country. And we're coming in first place. And we're over places like Tampa, Las Vegas, Denver coming in at really some of the highest numbers. There it is.
Yep.
Charlotte, North Carolina, Jacksonville, Las Vegas, and Tampa. So we're leading the nation of landlords that kind of became investors by accident.
So obviously that list says something. Why is Denver at the top? What does it say about our local real estate market?
It really speaks to the market that we've seen, I think, over the last couple of years. You know, we are still in what I call COVID correction mode.
How long is that going to last, by the way?
I'll tell you what, I think we're in the last part of it, really, because we're starting to see things start to change. But, you know, we saw those huge value gains, and it really got a lot of homeowners thinking that their homes were worth more than they really were. The other thing that's happened is we've seen buyers who take their time. They come in, they look at houses, they say, I'll think about it. They go somewhere else, and there's just not a lot of urgency right now. And so that, too, is leading to a slower market, and we've seen that over the last year for sure.
I mean, some people obviously get married to a number. I'm not going to sell for less than this, and when it doesn't hit that number, then this becomes another option.
Exactly. And you factor also, Drew, that there are a lot of people that have those COVID interest rates, 3%, and they all say the same thing: I'm never selling this house. Even if we want to move, we're going to hold on to it and rent it, and that's part of it as well.
So homes that, let's say, weren't supposed to become rental homes are now becoming rental homes. What does that say for the overall rental market?
Well, it is having an impact, actually, Drew. And I've talked to some property managers who say because of the number of accidental landlords, we're seeing an influx of rental inventory out there. And it's a simple supply and demand issue. So when you have more rentals available, some of the rental rates are actually lower than they have been in the past. That's actually good news for renters, actually. And because of the numbers that you're seeing right there, renters actually have the opportunity to go in and negotiate free month's rent, lower monthly rent. Some of those accidental landlords, I should wrap up by saying, you know what, we're not going to stay in this mode very long. As soon as the market recovers, we'll be selling, and that will have an impact as well.
This was interesting. I had heard about accidental landlords before. I had no idea that Denver sat on the top of the list as far as the number here in the country. Lane, thanks for joining us.
You got it.